everyone, my name is Dominic Campanella, and today I will be showing you all how to replace the bearings inside of the steering hubs, or they're also called steering blocks, for the 1/16th scale Traxxas Slash. The tools you're going to need in order to replace the bearings is a 7mm hex wrench, a flathead screwdriver, and a 2mm hex. So let's get started. First, you're going to take off your wheel. After the wheel is off, you're going to get your flathead, and this is called a Hex Wheel Hub. You're going to get your flathead and you're just going to put it underneath, and you're just going to keep spinning it and lifting it up until eventually the whole thing comes up. There you go. Once you take the hex hub off, you're going to see that there's a pin behind it. You're just going to slide the pin out, put it somewhere where you won't lose it, and now you're going to grab your 2mm hex screwdriver. So I'll just quickly do this for you guys. The last one. Once that's out, you're just going to pull the steel stub axle out. This is called a steel stub axle. And there are going to be two bearings inside of your steering hub. There's going to be a smaller one in the front, and there's going to be a larger one in the back. So you can go back to your flathead and you can just easily push them out. It doesn't require much force at all, and they'll come out. Turn it around, and that one just easily fell out. Here's the last one. So now you both have both bearings out. You can clean them or you can replace them. So once you get your new bearings, you're gonna just put them inside, and before you flip it over, you might want to put your finger on it because they do fall out, or you can just stick this back in. It'll hold it, and then you can stick your other bearing in. Make sure they're tight, make sure it's in there all the way, and then we're just going to put the steering hub back together just like how we took it apart. Alright, so sometimes you might have to adjust the wheel, turn the wheel so that these fit. You're just going to get them, and you're just going to screw it back in. Now you're just going to screw it in a little bit because you still got to get the other side back in. So you just screw it in just enough so it'll hold. You're going to put this one back in. You're going to screw them all back in all the way. Before you put your tire on, you're going to want to stick the pin back through the hole that you have, just like that. Stick the pin right through there, make sure it's in the middle. You're going to put your Hex Wheel Hub back on. It's kind of tricky, you just want to make sure you line up. You're going to put it on top, and then I use my needle nose pliers to grab the threads, pull it, and as you can see there's probably still a gap in there. You got to make sure that gap is all the way closed right there. So you're just going to pull, and with your fingers you're just going to push it on even more. Sometimes it takes a little while. There you go. Now even when I pull, there's no gap in between there. Once you get your wheel hex hub on, it's tight. You're gonna get your wheel, Pop your wheel on, make sure it goes inside. Just gonna tighten that up.